Are you someone that's been trying to grow your hair and have it grow thicker and longer? Well, let me share with you what I have been doing, and I have been seeing a huge difference in my hair. So I have been consuming every single morning collagen powder from Primal Kitchen. I get the chocolate. I also have tried vanilla, and they're both so yummy. There's a ton of other flavors too, but I love chocolate. So every morning I put together some hemp milk, a couple of scoops of the collagen powder. Sometimes I throw in some organic fruit in there. And that's it. That's my breakfast. And my hair has been growing, honestly, almost a little out of control. It's growing so fast. So if you want to check it out, check out their collagen powders. They're amazing and they just taste so good. Head over to Primal Kitchen, PrimalKitchen.com and put in the code Margaret R10 for 10% off of any collagen powder or actually anything on their website. Trust me, you're going to love how fast your hair grows. Welcome to the Sacred Medicine Podcast. My name is Margaret Romero. I'm a Columbia-trained functional medicine nurse practitioner, and here I uncover the truth behind chronic illness so that you can finally heal. I'm a women's health and hormone expert and love empowering women to finally live their life fully and powerfully through optimal health. This is the Sacred Medicine Podcast. Hey everyone, we're back for another week of the Sacred Medicine Podcast. I am your host, Margaret Romero, and this week I posted something on Instagram talking about ANA, which is a blood test, and it's a marker for an potential autoimmune condition. And so my post said something like, when you get a positive ANA, to not just let it go. It tends to be the thing that most rheumatologists will say, especially if you're not really having that many symptoms or it's very mild or maybe no symptoms at all. They'll tell you, well, you know what? Come back when you start feeling a lot of pain, or we'll check in 6 to 12 months, which, after working with autoimmune patients for some time now, and also being having had lupus over a decade ago, I've come to learn that you don't want to wait on these things. You don't want to just wait for 6 months or wait until your body starts to deteriorate to actually do something about it. And so my post on Instagram was all about let's start doing something now. I've had a couple of patients in the past, probably 2 to 3 months, that have positive ANAs. Their titers were not so, they weren't so severe. And I decided, well, you know what? Before this gets any worse, we need to do something about it because it will inevitably get worse. So I put them all on, we did supplementation, we did blood work, we did stool testing to get to the bottom of why they were actually having a positive ANA. Why was that showing up? And one patient just recently, just 3 months later, we redid the tests and it was a negative ANA. Now, she was having some symptoms. She was having a lot of skin issues at the time. And, we were able to get rid of the majority, 95% of her psoriasis plaques. And, I just want people out there to be proactive. This is a very early marker. And for me, this is when you jump on it. You're oh my gosh, let's figure this out. Why is this happening? Why did my body show this? Not wait 6 to 12 months until things get worse. I mean, that's ridiculous, but you wouldn't believe how many times this is said in a typical rheumatologist office. And it baffles my mind because why would you wait when you can do something about it? Let's start looking at your diet. Let's see what you're eating. Maybe you have to be off of gluten. what toxins, what environmental toxins are around you, like everything. I mean, we're looking at so many different things that rheumatologists don't ever look at. And so I just wanted to make this a really quick podcast this week, just to highlight the fact that if you have ever been ANA positive, which could be an early detection of an autoimmune condition, let's do something about it. Let's jump on that. And if your rheumatologist has no freaking clue about what to do with something like that, if you have no symptoms or if you have just barely any symptoms, do yourself a favor, find yourself a functional medicine provider. We're everywhere. And a lot of us do virtual. If you can't find somebody local, that's fine too, because we're everywhere. And, get to work. It's time to get to work. This is like crunch time. Okay. Something's happening. Your body's not liking something. And if we ignore this or wait 6 to 12 months, which is ridiculous, who knows where this is going to lead? Lupus, MS. I mean, we don't know. Nobody can predict. And so, but why wait until, the shit hits the fan rather than let's do something about that now. So that's all I wanted to say this week was positive ANAs. Do not sit on them. Do not wait until you have symptoms or until the rheumatologist tells you, okay, well, it's been 6 and 12 months. Let's just retest and see where you are. Because the only thing that they know is to put you on medication for illness. They don't really know about complete prevention, not when it comes to autoimmune conditions, not when it comes to a positive ANA. Trust me on this. I hear this so much. It's negligence. Honestly, really, you're going to leave a patient with a positive ANA so that things just worsen and her body starts to, slowly become, crippled with pain and fatigue. And then who knows what? Like, who knows what is next? So take it from me. Never sit on a positive ANA waiting for something to happen to your body. Because right now your body's like, okay, something's going on here. And, you get a positive ANA, maybe the titers are a really low level. No, it's not a time to sit on this. It's a time to do something about it. Find yourself a functional medicine provider and get a hold of this. You can turn it around. I've done it so many times with my patients. It's definitely possible. It's more than possible. I mean, if you do all the right things and get all the right testing and change your diet and get off all of that like fast food junk stuff, soda and all that crap, your body will be in a much better place. Trust me. All right, that's it for this week. If you have any questions, feel free to just shoot me a DM on Instagram or an email. All my info is in the show notes. Love you all. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you all next week, wherever you are in the world. Big hugs. I'll talk to you then.